We're checking out the Formula E this weekend in New York City.
We'll be here all weekend to experience what it's like being at a Formula E race. What did you think of it?
I thought it was amazing.
I thought it was pretty amazing too.
And the best thing about the electric cars is we can do it right here. Like this, having the race with this backdrop is amazing. Like literally the track is just over there. It's mind-blowing. These cars are like spaceships.
Yeah. They gave us these beautiful garbs.
Yeah, it's green, our color.
They're not that cute, but it gets us everywhere. We interviewed some cool drivers. We asked them about climate change and being at the forefront of racing technology, and we also asked them about their experience with Fan Boost in this social media climate.
Which is basically like a driver popularity contest.
And we met Miss Emma Walsh, and she was very kind.
She got a lot of experience and knowledge around like the racing events and cars and things like that in general. So it was really good to have a little bit of her wisdom today.
Sorry, what was the question? What Formula E does, you know, we go around the world in cities, and there's no other motorsport which is really in the cities.
We go to Paris, we go to Rome, we are here in New York now, and we are bringing the racing to the city or to the fans very closely.
The fans can just walk out their house, walk to the track, and it's a real sociable event.
You can see the crowds love it here, it's so busy. This is my first actual Formula E event. I went to the first season, it's completely different. You can see everyone's very involved and it's good fun.
I guess the cool thing is because it's so close to the city, there's no excuse for like not chucking the kids on public transport or in the car or whatever. I mean, there's actually a bike valet, so like you could ride your bike here and they'll actually store them for you.
It's pretty accessible for everybody.
As opposed to having to travel to the baseball or travel to the tennis or travel to whatever other event you were trying to get to, because this is so close to the city and because it's quiet and because it's like environmentally friendly and all these different things. It's a really good day out for the family with good food, lots to see, lots to do. We're really trying to just knuckle down what the future of motorsports is, because it's not sustainable for, you know, crazy V12 engines to be driving around tracks and creating pollution, really.
I'm such a petrol head. I mean, I drive very fast cars and I'm always at the Formula One and the big racing events. I mean, it's such a different event from a normal racing event. Obviously the sound, there's no sound, of course. So everyone's been a little bit like negative about the fact that you're not hearing the cars, there's no motors, but of course Formula E is the future. And the batteries, there's no, you know, pollution or all of that. But I think these races are so good.
Well, it's pretty exciting to be in Formula E, showing off that electric cars can be cool and exciting, and it's representative of what's happening on the road of battery technology improving substantially over the last sort of 5-6 years to make electric cars pretty viable for vast amounts of the population.
I mean, in general, like, the concept of Formula E is very modern. You know, the way of racing, the concept of the cars, it's just, I believe it's the most modern racing car in the world.
It's incredible. I mean, what Formula E is doing in helping really drive and really push the development of electric cars or electric racing, but just electric automobiles on the road is incredible, and it's great to be a part of it.
This is going to be the future, and you can see by brands pulling out of things like Le Mans and these big races, everyone's coming here. We've got Porsche next year, all the big, you know, brands are here doing these races. So it seems to be the way forward in terms of, you know, no petrol cars and stuff like that.
As we all know, the pollution and all the things, you know, we need to react quick. So it's very nice to be part of something like this.
The cool thing about this is like you still get that burning rubber smell, which I sort of like as a petrol head.
Was that a surprise for you?
Yeah, so like they still lock up the brakes, and then I think because the cars are so much quieter, when the cars lock up and stuff like that, it's more of it has more impact because you really hear the screech and you see the smoke. And when they crash, you hear the crash noise rather than the actual, like, you know, crazy engine noises that kind of drown that out. So it's just really, it's a lot more dramatic, I think would be the way I'd put it.
And people love drama.
Yeah, and people love drama. Like the whole like the grandstands, we could hear them going, oh, ooh, whenever a little thing had happened, whenever one of the guys had touched the wall, or when the cars would touch each other. Was that like, as far as like driving goes, it's really exciting.
You know, there's a lot of ex-Formula One drivers here, so you can see everyone's kind of coming to Formula E. You know, Formula One's quite closed off, each team, each driver. Here these guys are all sitting in the back outside chatting, like catching up, and it's just a nice environment.
The drive as well makes a difference in this championship. It's everything really close together, very competitive, and yeah, at the end it's just good fun for us to drive and for the fans to watch, so that's how it should be.
We come here to compete and to beat each other, but you know, by doing that we push the the technology of electric cars really to the limit, and it really helps the whole development of electric technology. So it's it's great to be a part of it, which is a bit of a byproduct of just competitive motorsport.
Fanboost is great, it gets the people involved. I think social media is such an important part of what's happening in our world at the moment, as you know. So I think it's good to get the fans involved in that Fanboost and just get exposure out for the drivers itself.
The interaction with the fan, I believe, is something really important, and to have something like this, like the fan boost, that fans are able to give their favorite driver an extra boost. I mean, it's something really cool, I believe, and unique around sport and around motorsport.
It's really different to what we have in motorsport in general. I think the Fanboost really tries to engage the fans with the sport and try and get them to connect and just be part of the show is something that no one else is doing.
We are living now in a social media world. You know, everything we do, we ought to post it on our stories or whatever. Everything we do, the world can see us. So it's again, it's to keep everybody close together, I would say.
It's nice to be able to have them interacting and giving an impact on the overall race result.
When I first heard about Fanboost, I was worried that it was going to take away from the driver's skill, but after hearing the opinions of the drivers, I think I understand it now, and I think it's a great way to market it to the general public.
The race wouldn't exist without the fans, so I think whatever drives awareness to the race is a great thing.
Since this was my first motor race event, I really didn't know what to expect, but I'm really pleasantly surprised at how much fun I had throughout the time. I think that Formula E did a really good job with keeping things going throughout the entire weekend, with acts in between the races and a lot of food vendors to choose from. And I really learned a lot about electric cars, things I didn't know before.
What was your favorite food?
I'd have to say my favorite food was d'Abruzzo, and they did these like meat sticks, like a lamb meat on a stick, and they put these spices on it that were just like out of this world.
I think they did a really good job of bringing awareness to the future of mobility, right?
Yeah, I think that making this whole event about cars was what I was looking for, and they really did a good job with it. They had all these tents with the different car brands like BMW and Nissan and Mercedes and Jaguar, and we passed by Jaguar's tent and they told us all about the Jaguar I-Pace, which was also part of a race, which I had no idea about till the day of the event, right?
Yeah, the I-Pace manufacturer's trophy is the first electric production car race, and it's they actually have it as part of Formula E.
Once we learned about the car and what it's capable of doing, I think it was sold, so I kind of want one right now.
Yeah, I definitely have a Jaguar I-Pace if anyone would like to give me one.
Okay, Jaguar.
So as Emma said, Porsche is coming to Formula E next year, and they had a pretty good surprise for us today, which was
the Porsche Taycan.
The Porsche Taycan drove around the track and did a few laps. It was really fast.
And quiet.
Yeah, really quiet actually. It was in all black, and apparently it had a little bit of camouflage still on it, but for the most part, I think it's pretty close to the final production car. There was probably about 10 or 12 different simulators where on each one of the race days, the drivers went in and actually set their fastest lap times, and the general public could then go in after them and try and compete against the professional drivers and try and beat their lap times. That looked like so much fun. That was a really interactive aspect of the way that they'd set this up.
I think that's something that definitely has been a big theme going on in Formula E, is fan involvement in every way. And I think that's the perfect way to make this event something everyone's going to want to come to. And I think as the years go by and as they get better and better at knowing what the audience is like happy with and what they're enjoying, this event has really big potential to be like the event to go to whenever it comes to your city. It's really exciting to see big brands buying into this climate change situation that we're in and actually pulling the trigger on making electric cars cool.
I think that's a really good summation of this event. If anything, the electric racing really makes electric cars cool, and everything looked really good. So if anyone was kind of coming from the younger generations, I could see them aspiring to own one of these cars that had on display today. As you can see, they're taking it all down behind us, so the event's all over, which makes us pretty sad, but we'd love to thank the drivers who gave us their time, and Miss Emma Walsh. Couldn't have made the video without you guys. Thank you to the FIA for giving us access and allowing us to make this video. Congratulations to Jean-Eric Verne and DS Tachita for taking out the overall championship. We want to make more videos like this, so please like and subscribe, and we will see you next time.